Well, with every new season, we're always excited at Alliance Payroll because it's time for us to do one of our updates that we do 4 times a year to our AllPay application. And in this short video, we're going to talk about our new online performance review module. We're really excited about what all of our customers are going to be able to do with this new module of AllPay. What it's going to give you is the ability to create and manage as many different types of employee performance reviews as your organization requires. And we made the process extremely easy so that even a novice to our AllPay application can come into the application and build out an entirely new employee review form that can be used by your reviewers. And it also allows your employees to become active participants in their employer review via their MyPay account. So what we want to do now is let's jump on over into AllPay so that you get a good idea of what we're talking about. So within AllPay, you're going to be able to see everything for your employees through the Benefits and HR module. And this is where you'll assign the reviews to each employee. When it's time to build out a new employee performance review form, you're going to go to the company setup area and you're going to go to the review form setup. So to create a new form or to modify an existing form, you select it from the list, and then the form builder is going to open up before you. Now, as you can see, it's an extremely easy application to use. Each section of the employee's performance review form is built out by taking your existing list of questions and just selecting the Add New button, entering the name of the question, a description, and then deciding how your employees or the reviewer are going to be interacting with the question. So that what we're talking about there is this going to be a question that's going to be answered by the employer and give them the ability to also add some comments to their answer? Is this a question that's just going to be answered by the employee and give them some additional ability and rights to add comments to their answer? Or is the question going to be answered by both parties, the employer and the employee? The choice is up to you. We made it really easy for you to go ahead and modify and lay out your form any way that you want. Now, once a form's been created, we assign it to an employee for their performance review. Here we're looking at the employee Yvonne Lemon, and we're going to be working with her on the sales representative annual review format. So if I'm the reviewer, I'm going to come into AllPay, I'm going to pull up my employee, and I'm just going to go ahead and start to work through this form. All the answers that I put into the application are always going to be stored and available to you within the AllPay application, meaning that you're also going to have the ability to run reports on this information using the easy-to-use report builder that we have within AllPay. Now, not only can you go ahead and enter the data electronically, but you can go ahead and do the download and print a copy format. So you can complete all the answers and you can go ahead and run it, and a PDF is going to download locally to your desktop that you can go ahead now and print off, and you can store a hard copy of this and you can hand it out to key personnel pre or post employee performance review evaluation. So here we're going to give a second for the PDF to open just so you can get a good understanding of how this might look working within your work environment. As you can see, it's a simple PDF, so you can do anything you'd like as far as distribution, printing, electronic filing, whatever your corporate needs are when it comes to managing this style of information. Now let's jump over to MyPay and see what Yvonne Lemon would see in her own personal MyPay account. So once they're in MyPay, the employees would select the Reviews tab. From here they could see historical copies of past reviews, and they could also participate in any upcoming or ongoing review or evaluation that they have. So it's great for an employee to have the ability to go back and look at historical reviews, so they might want to check on and see, some of the goals they may have talked about with their manager and their previous employee performance review. So as you can see here, everything looks very similar to what the manager and the reviewer uses within the AllPay application, except it limits the questions to just what you decided the employee could see within the AllPay application. So the employee can save this performance review, so they don't have to finish it all in one setting. They can just come back to their MyPay account whenever they have the time to work on their questions. So if they're working on some goals, perhaps, that's something that might take a little bit of time for them to develop. So they can keep coming back, and as long as they click the save button, they're never going to lose any of their information. And when they're done and ready to submit, they're just going to go ahead and click that little checkbox and click save, and that's going to push the employee performance review and let you know that it's been completely finished by the employee, and now you're going to be available to see their information within AllPay. And that's one of the great features, I think, that most managers are truly going to enjoy, is your ability to see your answers as a reviewer. You can come in online and see the employee's answers, and then you can see what your answers and the employee's answers are side by side. And all this information is going to be stored within AllPay for as long as you need it to be stored within the application. And it's going to be completely in a format that you're going to be able to run full reports, pulling all the information that you have within your AllPay application, whether it's payroll, benefits, HR, onboarding, whatever is in our AllPay application. You can run a report across all the modules because everything sits within one unique database. So if you have any questions for us on this, please contact us with the information above, and thank you for using AllPay.